This video is sponsored by PokedownStore.com, the place for all your Pokemon TCG online needs. The new Sword and Shield online booster packs are also available, so definitely check them out, PokedownStore.com. Also, if you use the coupon code ZapdosTCG, you get 5% off your next order. How amazing is that? Check it out. What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here and welcome back to another TCG deck profile video on my channel. Today on the menu we have everyone's hit and run Pokemon, everyone's favorite. It's gonna be Morpeko V. This is a Pokemon deck that is new thanks to the Sword and Shield meta, including new cards. So Merpeko V is a Pokemon that likes to hit a lot of damage and then go back to the bench. So we have the first attack smacking 20 damage to the active and 20 damage to one of the opponent's bench Pokemon. Pretty much like a Jet Punch but lower down, but we can power it up with Electro Power, which is a nice thing. So this don't underestimate this deck. With 2 Electro Powers we can even one hit KO with Jirachi and set up 20 damage on something. So this can actually take prize cards very quickly. And then we have the Electro Wheel, the attack where Morpeko V is known for. That is actually smacking 150 damage. We have to discard an energy attached to this Pokemon, and then we can switch to the bench. We have to switch to the bench, and what better way to switch than to switch to a fantastic card in the name of Lillie's Pokédoll. Lillie's Pokédoll is just so fantastic. It gives up 0 prize cards if they knock us out, and that's why this deck is gonna be good. We're gonna just use the attack, switch into a Lillie's Pokédoll, and the opponent will hopefully whiff on Custom Catcher or Pokemon Catcher, and that way we are safe. The good news is that if decks only run Great Catcher, we're safe because we don't run any GX Pokemon, which is fantastic. We only run V Pokemon. And let's go in this deck profile straight away with the main attacker. 3 copies of Morpeko V. This is going to be the main way we are going to take prize cards, and that's spamming Electro Wheel. And of course with Electro Power we can boost that damage output to even ridiculous numbers. If we get 1 Electro Power, 180 damage is not nothing to sneeze at, because that's actually a lot. And we switch to the bench to a Lillie's Pokédoll, so Morpeko V will stay alive more than you would think because it actually switches to the bench. Then we have 1 copy of the Morpeko V Max. This is in here just at those times where you need extra HP. You don't, you cannot go, of course, with retreating to the bench thanks to Electro Wheel, but we have Max Discharge, which smacks 20 damage to each of the opponent's bench Pokemon. If you compare it with the Spark attack of Morpeko V and cleverly placing damage counters around, you can even get multiple Jirachi KOs. So this is going to be a fantastic way to sweep up certain weak Pokemon, but also smacking 180 damage can sometimes be significant. Pair that with a lot of Electro Powers, we can get 1 hit KO. So 1 copy, you only need 1 copy. You can also smacking Pokemon Communication in this list, but it's not necessary in my opinion because the Morpeko V is way more important. Also, at any given point in the video, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to demolish the like button. That always helps to support the channel a lot and gives me the motivation to make more deck profile videos for you guys. Okay, moving forward. 4 copies of Jirachi. This is gonna be the main way we're gonna get, of course, our deck rolling. Stellar Wish is too good, and we can always, after of course Lillie's Pokédoll gets blown up, retreat, actually promote Jirachi with an escape board and make use of that amazing ability Stellar Wish. This is helping with consistency, definitely against decks that like to spam Marnie. We definitely need a way out, and Jirachi can provide us very niftily. Next up, 1 copy of my favorite card, Zapdos. Zapdos is in here. It eats up Jirachis in the early phases of the game, so this is a deck that actually is a little bit slower than you might think. Electro Wheel does need 3 energies, and if we start with Jirachi, we can immediately eat up an opposing Jirachi or whatever with Thunderous Assault, going to the active position, smacking 80 damage, while we just safely on the bench waiting for Tapu Koko Prism Star to pop out of our deck in order for energy acceleration to happen, and maybe we have Energy Switch and Thunder Mountain to attack immediately. So Zapdos a 1-off. Next up, the card I was talking about, Tapu Koko Prism Star. With Dance of the Ancients, we can get 2 lightning energies from the discard pile immediately to our Pokemon, and that's going to be fantastic. Energy acceleration for the Morpeko V, and also combine this with Thunder Mountain and a manual attach of the turn, and Morpeko V can attack in 1 turn. So lightning Pokemon do have it good with the acceleration of Tapu Koko Prism Star. Next up, the tech card, Mew. Mew is in here because MEWMEW decks do love to use Venom Shot of Naganadel GX to snipe off our Morpeko safely on the bench. So we need Mew. Desperately want to spec that down as early as possible against the MEWMEW deck so they cannot touch our Morpeko V. So Mew is in here. Also Psy Power can also come in handy from time to time, and protecting our bench is going to be the main way for Morpeko V to go safely with the attack Electro Wheel. Next up, Oranguru. This is in here for the ability. We are going to run a lot of discarding cards. Think about Quick Ball, think about Professor's Research. So sometimes we want to save our Electro Powers, our custom catchers as well. So you can replace them on the top of the deck and then use the Professor's Research. So very nifty in here. And then Absol, of course. This meta is filled with a lot of Jirachi's based engines, so if you can get Absol out and use Marnie or a reset stamp in the late game, they hopefully will whiff on their custom catchers and we can strike once again with Electro Wheel. So 1 copy of Absol in here. So that is it for the Pokemon. Now we're gonna go on the supporters. 4 copies of Professor's Research. As mentioned, this is the most powerful supporter in the new format of Sword and Shield, so I do expect a lot of decks to run 4 copies. Same goes here, 4 copies of the Professor's Research gets to our deck very quickly. You can discard a lot of resources, but we do have Ordinary Rod to get back energies or get back Pokemon. Definitely the one-offs, except for Tapu Koko Prism Star, you definitely have to slap that down, otherwise it goes to the Lost Zone. But this is a list that does not mind discarding a lot of resources because we can get them back. And not only that, if you discard lightning energies, we can use the Tapu Koko Prism Star and then to get back the energies. Okay. Now, 3 copies of Voltner. This is actually very nice in every lightning deck. This searches out your items and a lightning energy, so you don't ever miss an attach of the turn. But you can also find your Lillie's Pokédolls, your Electro Power, your custom catcher for game, for instance, even a Quick Ball to find Jirachi, to then go to Jirachi, use Stellar Wish, how it goes. 2 copies of Marnie. This is helping a lot with disrupting the opponent's hand. You don't want the opponent to have a huge hand, so they have a lot of custom catcher capabilities. They need 2 in order to target down Morpeko, so we do need Marnie in this list. Also helps with consistency because we get 5 cards. And then 1 copy of Rosa. This will get ourselves, it's kind of like a Voltner, but better if a Pokemon gets knocked out. This also works if a Lillie's Pokédoll gets blown up, so you can get yourself a trainer card, a Pokemon immediately, and also a basic energy. So very nice to get a combo going. Alright. Now to the most important part of the deck, and that's going to be the 4 copies of the Lillie's Pokédoll. This will definitely be MVP in the deck because if the opponent does not have a way around it, they're going to have a hard time. I do suggest smacking most of them down immediately because if the opponent is running things like Fion, you definitely want another Lillie's Pokédoll so they don't get a freebie KO thanks to a niftily played Fion. So definitely smack down 2 at the same time. So the main idea is using Electro Wheel of Morpeko V, swapping into a Lillie's Pokédoll. The opponent does not have a way of going around Lillie's Pokédoll, and then you do it once again with Morpeko V. I know we have to discard an energy, but there's going to be recycled energy in this list, so don't worry about it at all. Then 4 copies of the Quick Ball. Very straightforward, gets everything out of our deck. We only run basic Pokemon except for 1 copy of the Morpeko V. This also helps out to smack down Obstagoons, so that's why it's in here. If you have troubles getting this out, definitely include 1 copy of the Pokemon Communication. Easy searchable with Voltner, but I do think that you do have the ways to get this out. Digging quickly with Professor's Research, and Oranguru keeps your cards that you don't want to discard safely. So next up, 4 copies of the Custom Catcher. This is fantastic, not only in the late game to just draw cards with the first effect, but definitely targeting down the opposing Pokemon, one-hitting KOing them with a lot of Electro Powers and getting prize cards. So Custom Catcher in combination with 1 copy of the Great Catcher will help out a lot in this deck because Great Catcher targets down the GX Pokemon while Custom Catcher can take down anything. You can drag down maybe a Jirachi, eat it up with Zapdos. It all depends on the situation. 4 copies of Electro Power. This is a fantastic card for every lightning deck and will help out with the damage output because 150 damage might not seem like a lot, but with Electro Power you can get to ridiculous numbers. Also first turn if you use Spark, that's also a nice idea with the combination of Electro Power to maybe one-hit KO with Jirachi. Then with the huge Jirachi package comes of course a lots of switches and a skateboard, so we can get that Jirachi after using Stellar Wish out of the active position and retreat it to a doll or to maybe an attacker, so we can start using amazing attacks with this deck. This is a fantastic deck to just spam Lillie's Pokédoll. I always want Lillie's Pokédoll in the active position, so that's why the lots of switches and skateboards are necessary. 2 copies of Reset Stamp. This is fantastic in the late game because, as mentioned, the only way you can go through a Lillie's Pokédoll is going around it. So with sniping, we block that thanks to Mew. with of course custom catchers. They need a lot of them in the hand, and if we stand into a low hand size, what are the chances of them getting 2 custom catchers at once? Right, so 2 stamps and 2 Marnies will make sure the opponent is at a low hand size. 1 copy of Energy Switch. I do love the copy in here because we have Voltner. As soon as you use Tapu Koko Prism Star, you can get 2 energies in play. Equip one to, of course, a Morpeko V, another one to another Lightning Pokemon or other bench Pokemon. It doesn't even matter because we can use Energy Switch to put it to Morpeko V. And now with Thunder Mountain, you immediately have the necessary energies to use the Electro Wheel. Next up, 1 copy of Ordinary Rod. As mentioned, we are gonna have the heavy Professor's Research in this list, so we want a way to get our one-offs back, and what better way to do that than with Ordinary Rod. This also helps out to just get your Morpeko V Max back, because sometimes you discard it early game, and you can get it back thanks to that. Okay, next up, 1 copy of the Stadium Navigator as well as Thunder Mountain. So you definitely want Thunder Mountain in the early phase of the game to speed up the process of using Electro Wheel as quickly as possible. I know against Chaotic Swell we don't have an answer. You could include Mars Shadow to get rid, of course, of the Chaotic Swell, or maybe running a Viridian Force to have more stadiums in your list, but in a lot of matchups, Thunder Mountain will definitely be live. You don't always need it, but if it's live, it's powerful, so that's why Stadium Navigator is in here. We have Voltner to search it out. Then for the energies, 2 copies of the Recycle Energy. This is in here just because we can get it back. If we discard it with Electro Wheel, it goes straightly back to the hand, which is fantastic. So that's what we want in this list. 1 attachment is already enough to get, of course, the infinite loop of Electro Wheel going. And then to finish the list, we have 8 Lightning Energies, which is gonna last us through the game. We have Tapu Koko to get some back, and we have Ordinary Rod in emergency situations to also get them back. So I do think 8 is sufficient. So let me know what you think about Morpeko V in today's format, Sword and Shield. I know the first turn supporter rule might not seem like a lot of fun, but this list does have what it takes to just be an incredible deck, thanks to Lillie's Pokédoll and the low amount of gusting against V Pokemon. The only way we have is Ninetales, so maybe Stealthy Hood could also be kind of an option in this list. I have not seen a lot of Ability Zard in testing. Maybe it could be an incredible deck, but this is a new deck, so if you're having trouble against Ability Zard, put in 1 copy of Stealthy Hood. Also, I noticed is that this list has 4 Lillie's Pokédoll. We don't have a way to get them back, but they will last you through the game thanks to the damage output, which is incredible, thanks to 150 hit and run. It's something we've never seen in that kind of a skill. We did see Donphan from Plasma Blast or Plasma Freeze or whatever it was doing something significant, but this is on a whole different level. 150 damage is a lot. So let me know what you think about this list in the comment section. What would you change? If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.